Hi, good morning, children. How are you all? Hope you are all doing good. Children, welcome to your social studies. Today's subject social. In this social, you are going to know Civics Unit 1, how the state government works. How the state government works means what are the works and duties of the state government, who are all serve their service to their entire public of the state. So regarding that, we are going to know each and every side of the state governments. What are the government? What is the meaning of government? Here, the meaning of government is the group of people who rule or control a country is called as government. For example, we can take British Parliament and India Parliament. Okay, so this is the government, children. See here, the facing page of this lesson itself very clearly given an idea about a formation of government. A formation of government along with three pillars. One is legislative, second one is executive, third one is judiciary. Okay, children, see here, the legislative. Legislative means what? Legislative means where the members who execute the laws as together is called as the executives. And the executives is that. And the legislative means a group of people who have the powers to make and change the laws, whereas gathered together in a place is called as legislative. Okay, here the legislative houses under the state government were in two types. One is legislative assembly, another one is legislative council. Okay, children, and see the third one, judiciary means what? Judiciary means is nothing but power or authority to interpret and apply the laws. Okay, so this is the meaning of judiciary. And once again, and repeat you that powers or authority together interpret to apply the law in a place is known as judiciary. For example, we can take a place of court where we get a jurisdiction. Okay, justified. Okay, next to see the structure of state government, how it form. State government. Under the state government, you see executive is a part, legislature is a part, and judiciary is a part. Under the executive, we have see governor, chief minister, and council of ministers where play a role as a name of executive. Legislature. Legislature means the legislature in two types. One is legislative council, another one is legislative assembly. Legislative council is also known as upper house. Legislative assembly is also called as lower house. Okay, children, see judiciary. I told you that where the laws are created, the laws are made by authorities or powerful persons are called as what? Jurisdiction, or otherwise we can say as judiciary. Judiciary is example. What are judiciaries? Judiciaries we can say as Supreme Court, High Court, District Courts, and other subordinate courts. Here, Supreme Court is not took place under the state government. Supreme Court is a union, a apex court to entire nation. For example, our Indian Supreme Court. Okay, yes, children. See next. Let me move to the introduction of our lesson. The Constitution of India has structured envisages for a federal government having a separate system of administration for the union and the state government. Here see the Constitution. Constitution mean what? The laws. The law of our India were structured, were given envisages for a federal, were insist about the federal government. Federal government mean a structure, a system. It is called as pertaining to or of the nature of union of states under a central government distinct from the individual government of the separate states, as it is called as federal government. Okay, so this federal government is known as federal system. I'm going to clear you about this. The federal government is nothing but how it formed by a apex government, that is called as union government. Union government may also called as central government. Under the central government, the state governments act. Under the state governments, other local governments were act. Here the local government means Panchayat Raj. Okay, and or municipalities we can take the example. Okay, children. See here, the entire administration of our nation were divided and ruled as a name of the union and the states. Okay, yes, union means here central and the states means here each and every India's. For example, India's 29 states we can take as an example. Okay, children. Yes, see there. You know about that previously India have 28 states. From June 2, 2014, the government of India has announced Telangana as a new state. Okay, children, this is an extra point to you, children. There are two sets of government in our country. What are the two set of government? The central government and the state government. Under the state governments are in various. I told you already that 29 state governments are there. What are the 29 state governments? You just take a note of this, children. One is Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Punjab, Gujarat, Kerala, Haryana, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Goa, Assam, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Goa, Gujarat, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Jharkhand, Karnataka. I think it is repeated once again. Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland. Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram and Nagaland are northeastern state of India. Okay, children, take the note of this. Odisha, Rajasthan, Sikkim, Tamil Nadu, Tripura. Tripura is also northeastern part of India. Uttarakhand, West Bengal. Okay, children. And at last, the 29th state is Telangana. Okay, it get the recognition from the union government in the year of 2014, month June 2. Okay, children. Yes, there are totally in India 7 union territories. The 7 union territories are Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Chandigarh, Dadar Nagar Haveli, Daman Diu, Delhi, Jammu and Kashmir, Lakshadweep, Puducherry. One more extra union territory has included by government. It is known as Ladakh in the year 2020. Okay, at present it has been included. Okay, children, see here. The second sentence you have to know about already. We have seen the two set of government in our country. One is central government and the state government. You have clear under the state government. Central government is the union government. State government is what are all the states that I have explained you about the 29 states. Okay, yes, there are 29 governments in our country. The same thing, the state government, what are all the names? For example, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Punjab, etc. Okay, so entire nation states is totally in India 29 states. Every state has a government to run its own administration. Administration means where a powerful person who rule a state is called as administration. That the administration were in 3 categories. One is judiciary, another one is executive, and third one is what? Legislative. Okay, yes, children. Now let's move to the main concept of this lesson, children. State have their own executives and legislative and judiciary. Of course, without these 3, no any state can work its duties to the public. Okay. The state executive consists of the governor along with, first we are going to see about executives. Executives are led by the governor in a state, and the group of executives were formed under the chief minister, that the council of ministers are headed by the chief minister. Okay, see here, chief minister and his group and as a member of councils were as together led by a state governor. Okay children, yes. And see, the governor is an integral part of the state legislature. He is the integral part. He is the main team leader to our state. So his role is vital role to play about what? The state government functions. Okay children? Yes. See the governor. The constitution provides for the post of the governor as the head of a state in India. Here the constitution, the law of our India were granted a rich posting. Okay, a respectable posting to a person, that the person is called as state governor. Okay, you know about that. Who is the governor of our Tamil Nadu? Honorable Panwarilal Purohit is a governor of our Tamil Nadu. Okay children, see here, he is appointed by a person, a citizen of India, a first citizen of India. Who is he? He is called as the President of India. For how many years he will be appointed by the President of India? For the President of India, he appointed for 5 years. He granted his duty. How many years he granted? He has served his services nearly 5 years. And see here, the constitution is the head. He has granted by a respectable place as a head of the state. President can be dismissed from his office at any time. It can be dismissed as him means here the governor. The president can be dismissed as the governor from his office. Okay, at any time under that mistakes is done by the governor. Okay, he have a full rights to be as taken over from his post. The governor may also resign on his own interest. Here another one option is also there. A governor can be resign his post through his willingness. Okay, yes, voluntarily he can be resigned, and afterwards his term of office may be extended and he may be transferred to any other states. Here too also there two options are there. Maybe extend the term of office. How many years he will be served as a governor? The governor can serve as nearly to the 5 years, or otherwise sometimes over the 5 years his duty may be extended to serve in a serve in the same state, or otherwise he may be transferred in the another state. Okay children, see here, qualification of the governor. What are all the qualification if a person want to be a governor? First of all, a person must be the citizen of India. He must belong to an Indian nation. And he should have to completed the year of 35 years, 35 age. That person who have wanted to be compete in a posting of governor, he should have to complete 35 years, okay, of the age. He cannot be a member of the parliament or the state legislature. He never, that means as a MP, he may not be charged as a MP, or MP means member of the parliament, or otherwise state legislature. State legislature's member means what? MLA, okay, member of legislature assembly. Okay children, so at last he should not hold any office of profit. What is the meaning of he should not hold any office of the profit? He should not work under any government sector, okay, as a public servant. Okay children, so these are all the conditions to become a governor of a state. Okay, yes, next to see powers and function of the governor. What are all the powers he had, and what are all the works he done in a state, he is going to be do in a state? Children, see here, the governor is mainly the chief executive of the state. He is a chief executive. Chief executive means what? A leader person or leader person to entire executive members, and all the executive power of the states are vested by him, take over by him. He appoint the chief minister and the council minister. He have a rights, he have the full and full right to be appoint the chief ministers and his party's council of members, and his means whom, the chief minister's party's council members entirely to be appointed to rule the whole state. And he can make some important appointments of the state government, such as some appointments that is known as advocate general, chairman and a member of the state public service commission, and other department servants were appointed by the assent of the governor. Okay children, he have a lot of powers to be as appointed to such important government officials. Okay children, yes, next see there, the president imposes emergency in a state under article 356 on the report of the governor. See that sentence very carefully. The president, here the president and the governor were playing a main roles, okay, in the sentence clearly. President, he is the first citizen of our nation. He may impose emergency article in a considered state as per the report of the governor. Okay children, for example, if suppose tsunami is affected in an area of Coromandel coast, that means in Tamil Nadu nearby the Chennai, a lot of coastal areas were affected by tsunami. Means at that time it is a period of emergency period where people lost their lives and properties, and to secure the life and properties the government is responsible to what, to take care of the entire victims who are affected by the natural calamities called as what, tsunami. So at that time the governor of the considered state, okay, the considered state means it what, here we are seeing here an example of Tamil Nadu governor immediately take the action to report detailedly about the situation of Tamil Nadu to whom, to the person is known as the first citizen of our nation is called as the president. Under the article, the law of a part 356 were given in our constitution of India, where it is an article there, okay, that is it granted immediately steps. So emergency fund can granted the permission through by one person, that the person is called as the president. Okay children, and see here next second sentence, it is talking about the summons and prorogues the session of the state legislature. He summons means whom here? He means here refer to the governor. The governor summons means urgently call on to be present. Immediately you have to be present. For example, a class teacher is ordered to a student, immediately you come and meet me, like that. Here a summon is given to a considered persons through by the governor is called as summons. And prorogues means what here? The postpone or to terminate a session. Postpone means what? We can be as taken to another one time. A certain thing we can be discuss about another one time is called as what is it? Postpone. Okay, your schools are reopen after postpone the coronos. This COVID-19 problem over, we will be the school will announce regarding this. The school will reopen so and so date because of the such a problem of the natural calamities of COVID-19, like that is the example. So this is that postpone or to terminate a session, to be going to stop. Okay, regarding this Like that, the same thing. Yeah, governor can decide it about the session of the state legislature. He have a right to be as what, to start it or to be give the end about the state legislature. Okay, children. Yes, these are all the powers and functions of whom. Powers and functions of the powers and functions of the governor. And next, see money bill. See here, the third sentence, money bill. Money bill can be introduced in the state legislature. Money bill means what? The fund which are granted money. In Tamil, it can say as it is nidhi valangaradu. That is, money bills can introduce in the state legislature. Especially this money bill are introduced only in a state legislature under the discussion of the council members, that is legislative council members, through by the assembly. Only with the approval of the governor alone the bill can be passed, otherwise it never pass a single pice. Okay, children. Yes, see here, for example, you take, this is a situation now what we are be facing, the problem of this coronavirus problem. At that time, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. Who is the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu? Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu is Mr. Edappadi K. Palaniswamy. Honorable Edappadi K. Palaniswamy is the Chief Minister of our Tamil Nadu. Okay. And see here, the money bill can be introduced only the state legislature assembly after getting the full approval by through the governor. Okay. At that time, because of this coronavirus, Chief Minister have announced to be going to lend so and so crores of money to be granted as a transfer payment to whom? To the poor people through by ration shops. Okay, do you have here about the 1,000 rupees granted by the Tamil Nadu? These are all the example. These the transfer payment is made through by the passing of money bill. This passing of money bill was getted first approval from the governor. Okay, children, I hope this sentence is clear by through the example. Children, see at last, the governor may nominate one member from the Anglo-Indian community to the legislative assembly if there are Anglo-Indian people in a state. See here, the sentence, it is talking about that, it is saying about that Anglo-Indian. Who are Anglo-Indians? Anglo-Indians, it is their grandparents or belong to the Europeans. Nearly 200 years ago, the Europeans were the Britishers were the European continent peoples such as Portuguese, Dutch, okay, French, okay, and afterwards Britishers were ruled our nation. At that time, who are all the people come and invaded our region? They were take over all the entire India as under their control. So during that period, the people who are all live in India, they were got married to the Indian natives. So the parent, if maybe it is a father or mother, is belong to the European nation, or here who have got the married a man or woman who's belong to Indian nation, as together the parent of European and parent of Indian nation were given a birth. That means it is given a issue of a child. That child is called as the Anglo-Indian. Okay, through by their issues were granted the Anglo-Indians, they are called as Anglo-Indian, that the Anglo-Indians were getted the post in a sheet in a legislative assembly through by the recommendation of a governor. Okay, children, so here this is a topic, this is a last sentence is explain you about that what is the meaning of Anglo-Indian, how they are got a legislative assembly sheet through by the governor. Okay, children, yes, see that next. He may also nominated 1/6 members of the legislature. 1/6 members of the legislative council from among persons who are experts, especially in the field of science, literature, art, social service, and cooperative movement. So, children, a person, 1 by 6 members are elected by a person. A person means whom here? A person is here referred to the governor. How he have selected 1 by 6 members from legislative council to be as elected as a legislative council members, that means as a MLA, that is totally our state, Tamil Nadu state constituencies are nearly 234 constituencies. Okay, yes, under this constituencies means togudigal. Okay, children, yes, see here, under this constituencies 1 by 6 members were elected through by a governor. That is one from the 1 by 6. You can take an example of the 1 by 6 how they have calculated. If you cut a whole pie into 6 equal pieces and then eat one slice, you have just eaten 1 by 6th of the pie. So you have taken as just only one part of the pie after cutting 6 pieces. So that is called as 1 by 6. Okay, still we are here deciding through by 234 constituencies. How he has nominated the person 1 by 6 means, that is divide the numerator by your denominator to get your answer. Children, see here, in the case 234 by 6 divided means the answer is 39. That meaning that the 39 is 1 by 6th of 234 constituencies members. From the constituency the members were elected. Nearly here the governor elected 39 persons and he have granted a posting in various department of the people belong to. The field are such as science, he may be as a scientist who can be as a researcher, and literature, he may be as a great orator. Okay, and artist, arts means what? Maybe he or she may be belong to what? Any music or otherwise as an artist, actor or actress. And social service renders also are appointed through by this. Okay, and cooperative movements. Okay, these are all the fields who are elected through by the governor. The annual budget of the state government is laid before the legislature with the approval of the governor. See here, every year the every states have followed a style of budget, that the budget is called as annual budget. Here the state government is responsible to what? To present the annual budget. First of all, before presenting of the annual budget to the public, here the annual budget have to get approval from whom? Approval from a leader of the executive of the state. He is called as the leader executive of the state. Is who is he? He is known as the governor. So annual budget of the state is laid before the legislature with full approval of the governor. Okay, children, see here next, position of the governor. What is the main status of the governor? The position of the governor of a state is compared to the president of India. Yes, of course, he is not but least just like as what? Just like as the president, he is play a role as a nominal executive in where? In a place of a state. So just as equal to the president, governor also play a vital role in a state. He is a decision maker. He is a citizen of a state, first citizen of a state. Okay, who is he? He is he is known as the governor. The governor is not always a nominal executive. He is just as a namesake, he is not only a ordinary executive. He have a full and full powers. Okay, that means he can exercise his powers in a real sense on some occasions in a state. What are all some important decisions were also taken over by the governor. So he have a real power to take the decision. Children, yes. And afterwards, see here, the governor may advise the council of minister when faces difficult situation. For example, this is a situation, this is a lively situation what we have facing nowadays. Nowadays, what the situation we are all facing in the whole entire world, the whole entire nation, and even though our state too also facing the problem of what? Problem of a disease is called as what? The coronavirus problem. At that time, what are all the important decisions are taken over by the Council of Ministers and the Chief Ministers were first of all discussed along with whom? With the governor. So he means here the governor is taking a important role. Okay, children, see that next last sentence. The governor takes important decision while exercising discretionary powers. Discretionary power means when it needs more, when it is not needs more. So the more or less decision powers were taken over by whom? Taken over by the governor. So that is, he have a lot of powers to take and control over the entire state, as together as along with whom? As together as along with the chief minister, and afterwards along with the council ministers. Okay, children? Yes. Children, that's all today's session. The class is over. So you just go together to listen the part of subtitles in this lesson and do your homework as properly, children. Okay, bye children.